As of April 24th, 2020, the CDC has reported over 800,000 cases from the coronavirus and 50,000 deaths in the United States alone. This is a serious topic that needs to be discussed because it is only an issue that seems to be increasing by day. Everyone in this economy plays a role on how this pandemic will go down. Today, I will tell you about how the people in the government play a big role in the economy, people's health, and the outcome if we take more action. The reason why this topic sparked interest to me is because COVID-19 only seems to be increasing, so I thought it was in my best interest to raise awareness about it. COVID-19 plays a big role in the economy. The United States government announced quarantine to start on March 13, 2020, and it is still ongoing to this day. The reason why it's still ongoing is because people refuse to stay inside and listen to the government. Many people have lost their jobs and some businesses closed down. So you can't imagine how some people are struggling to pay their bills, feed their children, and take care of themselves in general. Unemployment, people are now filing for unemployment so they can get money from the government. According to Chris Miller, unemployment is shooting up far faster than it did during the 2008 recession, a sign the economy is headed toward recession. So according to him, this pandemic is causing our economy to head towards recession. Another issue with this is college students are not getting the stimulus check because they are considered dependents for their parents, and they're also not getting the $500 check because they are older than 17. Now that we have discussed how COVID-19 affects the economy, let us discuss how this also plays a big role on people's health. Doctors and nurses are constantly helping other people with their corona cases. They are surrounded by people with corona and they are trying to help others get better. This also plays a big role on their health physically because they are nonstop helping others day and night, and it can also affect them mentally because they are not getting enough rest time and they can become very overwhelmed and tired. Essential workers are also suffering this because they are out there trying to help people get what they need, such as Walmart and Kroger workers. People who are not listening to the government are the reason why this issue seems to be ongoing. For example, people from South California have been seen on the beach, and people and some others are hanging out with their friends as if nothing is happening. Another issue with this is people seem to be listening to the president, who still makes sarcastic comments, but people still take him seriously and do what he says. On Thursday, Trump suggested that people should start drinking bleach so it could take away the corona from their bodies. He said, and is there a way we can do something like that by injection inside or almost a cleaning? Because you see, it gets in the lungs and it does a tremendous number on the lungs. So it would be more interesting to check that out. The states that have reported people drinking bleach are Maryland and Illinois, and other states such as Virginia and Detroit have suggested and have announced that people should not listen to the president and they should be cautious of what they do. Now, knowing how serious it is to take people's health in consideration, let's discuss the outcome, both the positive and the negative, of what will go down after this. Before I go into that, here is a picture of people in South California going on about their normal lives as if nothing is going on, which is also why cases in South California have increased. Now let's go on to the outcome. If the government continues to not take the situation seriously, COVID-19 will still be here by 2021, and we would obviously not want that. However, scientists are still working on vaccines. They are still creating models. Also, what other countries have done to prevent corona is by taking serious action. For example, Egypt has a curfew so that people would not go out after a certain time. China also went on lockdown so that people would not go out and the cases would decrease, and they have seen a decrease on the corona cases and things seem to be getting better. Also, other countries such as Egypt and China have been helping America try to decrease the cases in the United States. However, there are still some states in the United States that are not taking this seriously, and they're considering opening back up the society, such as the businesses, restaurants, retail stores, and those states are Tennessee, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, and Florida. And this is an issue because we only want to decrease the situation of corona, not increase by making more people go out. No one knows or can predict when this issue will end. All we can do is try to prevent it. According to Masij Boni from Penn State University, we can slow it down by canceling all these events, which we should completely do, but it is going to spread to most places. So as she stated, there is probably no way we can prevent corona all in total. All we can do is try to decrease the issue by canceling events, by not letting people go out. Now that we have covered all the main points, here is what we should do. Here's what we should consider moving on. To sum things up, everything that I have mentioned should be taken into serious consideration, and there should be more action from both the government and the people. COVID-19 is taking a big toll on our country right now. In fact, the US is the country that has the most reported corona cases out of the whole nation. Therefore, we need to consider the economy, people's health, and the outcome that will come out of this if we take more action. So with that said, with COVID-19, it is still constantly increasing, and we should take people's health, the economy, and the outcome in consideration, because after this is over, there could be a harsh movement, and what could happen, as in some businesses will be closed down, people's health would still be at risk, and the outcome will not be as good as we want it to be. If this continues, we will not see things back to normal probably until 2022, the latest. At a time right now, we should stick together and try to prevent what is going on in the world right now. As people, as the citizens of the United States, and as people in general, we need to stay inside as much as possible. We need to wash our hands. We also need to practice social distancing so that the cases could decrease. Meanwhile, the government should take in serious consideration how this is going to turn out, and they should not allow some states to open back up. So the government should consider probably a lockdown for 2 weeks, or even a curfew such as Egypt did, so the cases could decrease. This is the biggest pandemic the world has gone through in a while, and we will not be able to get through this if we don't cooperate together and if we don't stick together. If we stick together, we will be able to get through this. Thank you.